Welcome to the Coin Atlantis channel, the old and rare coins channel. Do not forget to click on the like button and activate the subscription bell until you receive all new on our channel.
15 most valuable Jefferson nickels worth over $30,000. They may look like the other nickels in your pocket, but these rare and valuable Jefferson nickels all have something extra special. If you've got a few Jefferson nickels in your pocket, give them a closer look. In circulation since 1938, the Jefferson nickel is something you see in your pocket change every day. However, some examples are worth far more than 5 cents. In fact, the most valuable Jefferson nickels are worth thousands of dollars. Learn how to spot these treasures. How to identify a Jefferson nickel. The nickel has had many designs over the years, but the Jefferson version is what most people associate with the 5-cent coin in the United States. The coin, which features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the front, became the official nickel design in 1938. It's still the nickel we use today, but it has undergone a few changes over the years. 15 most valuable Jefferson nickels ever sold. By looking at auction records, especially at places like heritage auctions, you can get a sense about what makes these nickels valuable and what to watch for in your pocket change. The following are the most expensive Jefferson nickels sold. 1. 1938 D full steps. Depending on the year, it can be somewhat rare for a Jefferson nickel to clearly show all the steps of Monticello on the back. For the first year issue of this coin, it's very difficult to find a full steps version in near mint condition. A very fine example of the 1938 Jefferson nickel from the Denver Mint fetched $33,600 at auction in 2022. 2. 1949 DD over S full steps. Perhaps to fulfill the demand for nickels in the Midwest, the San Francisco Mint sent a die for the 1949 nickel to Denver. There, the die was used to stamp the nickel but then overstamped with a D to indicate the mint. This overstamping makes the D over S nickel rare, and it's especially rare in the full steps version and near mint condition. One in amazing shape sold for $32,900 in 2014. 3. 1964 Special Mint Set Full Steps. A special mint set, SMS, is similar to a proof set, made in small quantities to test dies and provide beautiful coins for collectors. Only about 20 to 50 of the 1964 SMS nickels exist, and they are especially valuable in excellent condition and showing the full steps of Monticello. One sold for $32,900 in 2016. 4. 1942 DD over horizontal D. In 1942, the Denver Mint stamped a few nickels with a horizontal D and then stamped over it with a normal D. It's estimated that only about 10 coins exist in perfect condition with this minting error, making this one of the rarest Jefferson nickels you can find. An example in mint condition with full steps sold in 2006 for $32,200. 5. 1964 Full Steps with satin finish. The full steps version of the 1964 Jefferson nickel is rare, but it's even rarer in a soft satin finish. Only about 19 with this finish exist, probably part of an unofficial mint set. One in exceptional condition sold in 2019 for $22,800. 6. 1962 Full Steps. Although 1962 Jefferson nickels are extremely common, the high number that were minted means the dies that created them became worn. Distinct full steps coins are extremely rare for this reason, and it's very uncommon for one to survive in nearly uncirculated condition. An example sold in 2013 for $21,150. 7. 1964 D repunched mint mark. You may need a magnifying loupe to see the repunched and overlapping D over D mint mark in some 1964 Jefferson nickels from the Denver Mint. These coins are very rare, with only 8 examples known, however, they're also very easy to miss. It's worth looking closely at 1964 D nickels just in case, since one in beautiful condition sold for $19,800 in 2022. 8. 1941 Proof minting. Although 18,700 proof copies of the 1941 nickel were struck, most entered circulation. Very few were set aside for collection, and of those, there aren't many in near mint condition. The finest known example sold in 2013 for $18,800. 9. 1950 D Full Steps. The rarest Jefferson nickel in terms of the original minting, the 1950 issue from the Denver Mint was under 3 million minted. However, collectors at the time were aware of the low mintage and immediately began hoarding the coins and storing them carefully to preserve their condition. Despite the low mintage, they are fairly easy to find in uncirculated condition. Still, few of the coins were sharp and clear, and it's rare to see the full steps of Monticello on one. An example sold in 2006 for $17,250. 10. 1943 Type 2P full steps. A highly collectible mint mistake is the 1943 Type 2 Jefferson nickel. The 2 and the 3 overlap, and it's especially rare to find examples with both dates clearly visible. It's even rarer to find these with full steps on Monticello, and they are very valuable. One sold for $16,675 in 2008. 11. 1952 D full steps. Full steps coins are extremely hard to find, and the 1952 issue from the Denver Mint is especially coveted by collectors. One showing the complete steps sold at auction in 2015 for $16,450. It was a beautiful example with subtle colors in the patina. 12. 1951 full steps. In the early 1950s, it became less popular for people to save rolls of uncirculated coins. This means that the 1951 nickels mostly entered circulation and became worn as a result. They are very rare in near mint condition with crisp full steps. One sold for $16,450 in 2014. 13. 1953 Deep Cameo. Although 1953 nickels from the Denver Mint aren't rare, those with full steps are less common. Those with full steps in excellent condition are hard to find, and they tend to fetch high prices at auction. One sold for $15,275 in 2016. 14. 1943 S on steel cent. In 1943, the U.S. was in the middle of World War II, and copper needed to be reserved for the war efforts. 1943 pennies were made of steel as a result, and a few of the steel planchets actually got minted as Jefferson nickels at the San Francisco Mint. They mostly entered circulation, but one near mint condition example fetched $14,950 at auction in 2010. 15. 1942 P Cameo. In the early 1940s, cameo coins with deep texture were very rare. A 1942 proof from the Philadelphia Mint exhibits exceptional contrast and is in beautiful shape. It sold for $14,100 in 2014. What to look for in Jefferson nickels? Jefferson nickels have been around for a long time, and they're in almost any handful of pocket change. However, it's worth taking a closer look at them to see if you have something might be of value. Examine them for the following signs of a rare coin. Early dates. In a Jefferson nickel collection, coins from 1938 to 1961 are often the most valuable. This doesn't mean that every coin from this era is worth a lot, but those early dates are a good starting point. Full steps. Many of the most valuable Jefferson nickels have full steps on Monticello, so get out a magnifying glass to check. 5 steps are good, and 6 are even better. The steps should be as crisp as possible.